The Hoppe and SuperRICH Show. Hoppe and SuperRICH. Only on WNUR 89.3 FM.
I agree that you're the best rapper alive.
I think I am when I'm under the influence, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree too.
Of course. Everyone thinks they're good when they're under the influence. Right?
So, yeah, I saw this topic online when I was under the influence. I'm just kidding. But it says about malls being a dying breed. And what's your take, Mark? Do you like going to the mall? I don't want to see malls close up because I feel like it's a part of life that we need to, like, I enjoy, like, walking around, getting food. Like, I can't imagine malls not existing. Like, that's my point.
Yeah, like, I think I get most of my stuff off of online these days, but I do enjoy going to malls for food courts, and it's just a chill place to chill.
But I feel like kids our age don't know, like, how chill it is. And it's getting weirder now, too, because, like, kids that are, like, 14 go to the mall and they're wearing like shorts and yoga pants. Like, where the hell are these dads that say, honey, you're not even legal enough to have a Facebook account. Why the hell are you wearing yoga pants? Like, it's weird because you're going, oh, look, oh, she's 14. Oh. They happen to me at least twice at the mall, Ryan. You look around and you go, oh, she's not even old enough to, like,
it's
go to homecoming.
Pre-teens dressing like whores. But, like, I feel like that's every generation. Like, they always cover themselves in makeup. Like, I don't think that's a new thing. I just think we were once their age, so it wasn't messed up if we looked. Now we're old,
right?
So now it's like we can't look, and it's gross.
That might be a good point too, honestly. So what does it say there, Ryan?
A dying breed, the American shopping mall. Dun, dun, dun.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Boy, it starts with quotes. That's kind of confusing. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
It used to be when a sign at the mall said everything must go, it meant a particular store was going out of business. These days, it could very likely mean the entire mall is shutting down.
BS.
Well, there has been a few malls that have closed, and it was eerie. At the top part, the arcade was empty, and then there's just the Asian guy, free sample? Like, it's just him.
It's just like, I just bought, like, $1 million worth of stocks on malls, so it's like, this is bad news for me.
Yeah, you're going broke now. You'll be hanging out with Jerome on the south side smoking crack.
This was definitely a working fountain, right? Many years ago, said Audrey Kellerly. Yep, said Dane Bean. It definitely was. This is like a conversation piece. These are the ruins of a dying culture, the American shopping mall. Calgary grew up outside of Toledo, Ohio.
Isn't Calgary a place?
This is that person's last name.
Oh.
Well, it's not really Calgary. It's Caliguri, something like that. And many like her of her generation. She spent much of her teenage years hanging out at the Woodville Mall.
Is this a novel?
Not to be confused with Woodfield.
Who the hell spends their teenage years at the mall? I mean, there's times I'll spend it in the afternoon.
I sort of stopped going to the mall when I was like 15 or 16.
I sort of quit going when I saw all the preppy kids buying things and I'm just walking around window shopping. Like, yeah, this really isn't that much fun.
The Mickey Mall's really gay now. Like, they just put a Dave & Buster's at ours. I don't like Dave &
Buster's.
Buster's.
They? Yeah, the one in Vernon Hills?
Buster's at the Vernon Hills one now.
Really?
And they're putting an AMC there now, too.
Yeah, Mark,
That's stupid.
Buster's,
They got an AMC right across the street.
I know.
Dude, it's full of people that are just like 30 years old trying to have fun, and they can't do much because they have to be home by 11.
Yeah,
that's what Dave & Buster's is.
It's really gay. It is the grown, pathetic male version of Chuck E. Cheese's.
Yeah. That's true.
It's like
I went there for a birthday party in 8th grade. It was pretty fun.
You were going with weird people.
Yeah, I was going with weird people. They had pretty good food there at Dave & Buster's, though. Actually,
I'm sure those weird people ate all of it.
Yeah.
That's true. Knew these people.
Yep. The mall was always the place to go. It was mainly busy. I mean, you don't even get the parking spots a lot here. I probably spent most of my paycheck in high school at years at J.C. Penney's.
Okay.
What a waste of money. Audrey wasn't alone. Everyone wanted to go to the mall. For half a century, the mall was the mecca of our booming consumer culture, a fact celebrated in many a teen movie, like Mean Girls. America's love affair with shopping malls began in 1956 when the nation's first fully enclosed mall, Southdale, opened its doors outside Minneapolis. I wonder if that eventually became Mall of America. I don't know. This was the most exciting period in this economy, said Robin Lewis, author of The New Rules of Retail. Actually, the most explosive growth anywhere on Earth at any time during history, the early 50s through the 70s.
What an outrageous statement.
That is kind of an outrageous statement, isn't it?
What the hell's wrong with you? In
the mid-50s, the Dwight Eisenhower signed the Interstate Highway Act, and they constructed 54,000 miles of interstate highway. Now, what they did immediately is it improved mobility for the population, which prior to that had been mainly rural. So they began to move into the suburbs and cities. That's true. That's that whole conformity thing, where people all did the same things and everything, and everyone.
Because they weren't original. They wanted to fit in. They wanted to be cool for once. Sort of like all the swag douchebags you'll see outside of Abercrombie and Fitch.
They all went to the sock hop. All ate their cheeseburgers and shakes and did the jitterbug. But also what it afforded was the ability to construct these regional malls, and they just exploded across the country. Between 1956 and 2005, about 1,500 malls were built, including the Mall of America, one of the world's biggest, 4.2 million square feet of stores, and an amusement park, even a wedding chapel. And I've actually been to Mall of America. I've been there twice. It's pretty cool.
I've been there a couple of times.
Yeah, you've been there a couple of times. Have you been there, Ryan?
Never been to Minnesota, so no.
I
wish.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's just like Wisconsin, Michigan, like your normal Northwoods vacation spots.
Malls like that and even Woodfield are like staples. I feel like they're going to be the last ones to go out if malls really are.
I think Woodfield is the 4th largest mall in the United States. Something like that.
Woodfield's never going to go out. I think Woodfield's going to do all right.
The largest mall in the world, I beve, is in Toronto.
That one in Waukegan that closed. That mall.
It's not in Waukegan.
Yeah, the Lakehurst Mall. Remember, this
Never
is
heard
really
of it.
funny. My dad's favorite comedian, Jack Benny, was born in Waukegan. So I remember we were driving through Waukegan to visit the high school that he graduated
Hey, you better
from.
duck.
Man, this must have been like 12 years ago. We're driving through. We're going by this empty mall. And it was the longest thing ever. It was as big as Woodfield. Like, it was empty as hell.
I don't think
it was just eerie.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, around me, there's Hawthorne Mall, which is in Vernon Hills.
It's like Vernon Hills Mall.
Gurney Mills, which is giant too.
Yeah, Gurney would never go.
Gurney Mills is actually really nice. I think they rebuilt the whole thing and made it really nice. They got Bass Pro Shop, which is awesome to walk around in. Yeah. That's probably almost as close as Vernon Hills, if not closer. Then of course Woodfield and
Old Orchard.
Old Orchard.
An outside thing.
There's a lot of malls in our area, like a lot of ones that I don't think I'll ever go.
I'm going to tweet out pictures of the Lakehurst Mall closed. It was the eeriest thing ever. Like, we had to drive by it twice on the highway, and I was scared. It was just this dark megaplex.
Yeah, I don't even think I've ever heard of it, and I'm pretty close to Waukegan. We're like a half hour away.
Close to 03. I remember I was down there, and I was just like, Dad, get me out of here. Like, it was scary. It was ghetto as hell.
Oh, well, Waukegan as a whole is pretty ghetto. It's like Chicago #2.
Oh, jeez.
No, it really is. Don't go there. And it attracts millions of visitors each year from all around the world, talking about Mall of America. It was the golden age of shopping, which lasted until a new golden age came along, courtesy of the internet. This person's probably like 80 years old writing this article.
The good old days when people actually talked in person and didn't hide behind cell phones and Tinder.
I still think malls got to be doing good, though, because if I think about going on a date with a girl, I would first think mall, movie theater, and then her bed.
Right. Mall, movie, bed.
That's pretty much the plan.
All of a sudden, the consumer now has every single retail store throughout the world a key tap away, said Lewis.
Oh, jeez.
Today, malls across the United States are dying. No new enclosed mall has been built since 2006, and Lewis predicts fully half of all our malls will close nearly in the next 10 years.
That's an outrageous statement.
That's pretty outrageous.
Well, there's a lot of malls, though. I mean...
Well, yeah, but don't you think they would mostly stay?
Did they say no indoor mall in the country?
No new enclosed mall has been built since 2006.
Well, that's not a surprise. The economy went to the dumper in 07.
Yeah. I mean, our biggest downfall was, 07, 08.
I'm pretty sure Georgia just built a huge giant mall, though, recently, but I could be wrong about that.
I think I believe the article. I'm sorry.
Okay, whatever.
No, I'm not. I hate it. I'm just saying, let me look up Georgia Mall.
Okay, but on the outskirts of Atlanta, we found one formerly dying mall that's thriving, where some saw financial ruin. Jose Legaspi saw opportunity. In 2005, he took over the struggling generic mall and transformed it into Plaza Fiesta, designed specifically to meet the needs of an exploding Hispanic population. We follow demographics, Lespasi told Strassman, because it's nothing more than numbers games, I will tell you. I've got to have enough number of consumers to be able to support something like this or any type of mall.
And you know why the malls are going to the dumper? You know why they're going away?
Why?
It's overpriced.
True.
There's nothing there that's a good deal. I don't think I've bought anything from a mall in probably 2 years besides clothes. I just go for the clothes. And even then, I just go to Old Navy at this point in my life. I don't care if I look that good. And the second point is everything, Mark, can be found on Amazon. Or there's this nice place called Half Price Books where when you want to buy a Family Guy DVD, it's not 40 damn bucks plus tax. And what's the name of that place? That
Best Buy?
CD Daddy? What's that place called?
Sam something, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it. Sam something. But there's other places like that in malls, other generic type things.
But
Sam
if Barnes
Music,
and
something like
Noble,
that.
Sam Goody.
Barnes
Goody,
and
that's
Noble sells DVDs for like $19 still, and it's
Yeah,
like,
that's
give
good.
me a break. That's free on the internet,
Right.
bro.
Yeah, it's free on the internet, and it's just like...
And it'll be some obscure movie like Goldfinger with Austin Powers. You must buy for $25 when it's $2 at Half Price Books. Kiss my ass.
DVDs really aren't very popular anymore either with Netflix and all
Yeah,
that.
that's why they're not supposed to be $19.
Yeah, when you go into Best Buy, the DVD section is as obsolete as the brain cells in George Bush's cranium. Like, it's not there. Like, it's all mobile. It's all... Here's cell phones, laptops, software, and then there's like one little rack of DVDs. Like, there's nothing there anymore.
Walmart used to like advertise the $5 DVDs,
Right,
but now it's like
right.
the majority of the DVDs are
Yeah.
$5.
Yeah.
It's like, come buy the first season of Homeland and Prison Break and The Wire. $5. Please buy a DVD. We need the sales.
Okay, so they built this Plaza Fiesta. Plaza Fiesta has 280 stores, but there's also a doctor's office and a dentist.
Nice.
And
I don't know if I go to a
shop,
doctor's
too.
office or a dentist in some mall.
That's like what both mine are.
Yeah?
I don't know, man. It's like, what's going on with malls?
There
You know
are
what I mean?
there are hairdressers, money wiring services, everything you might find in a Mexican village. Because this is Plaza Fiesta. There's even a bus station to bring customers in because they don't have cars.
Ooh.
The mall had more than 4 million visitors last year.
I bet that bus is full of old people.
Ooh.
They're like, let's just go look at the young people. Remember the days when we didn't have crickety bones that snap every second of our life? Like, they just go and walk around. Oh, look at that young couple. Look how happy he is, George. George, remember when you were happy to be around me?
George, why won't you take me to the mall anymore?
They spend 5 hours trying to figure out a vending machine.
Should I get the Cheetos or the Mountain Dew?
Is this a pop?
Old people don't
This
eat
isn't
that.
a bottle. This isn't a glass.
We're gonna be
bottle.
late for the. We're gonna be late for the fish fry, George. We have to go.
Shut up, Bernine. I can't take this anymore.
Shut up, Bernadette. And another in nod to sense of community he's trying to foster, Legaspi has gone back to the future. Here's a quote. Every Sunday, just remember the 1950s America, people would come to the town square and they would listen to a band on the bandstand, right? He told Strassman. Well, what we do every Sunday is we have music, and people can come and sit down and relax and listen to music. It's more than just one-stop shopping. It's a one-stop experience.
But who the hell goes to a mall for entertainment when the food is ridiculous? They don't even have dollar menus at Mickey D's because they're too good for that. You have to pay $1.75 for a cheeseburger. Why the hell would anybody pick the experience of a mall when you can get the food outside of the mall and you can buy the products online and not get off your lazy ass to go to the mall?
Some restaurants, that are connected to malls and stuff are pretty good, though. Like,
Texas de Brazil.
Yeah, Texas de Brazil.
Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory.
But that's like if you got $1 million and you're really trying to get laid.
I love Cheesecake Factory.
That's what
When people bring that up, my mouth starts watering. Cheesecake Factory is so
Or
good.
if you just got a fat paycheck and you want to spend it all in one day,
Yeah.
go to Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I know.
Cheesecake for $70.
If you go with like a family, like a four, like if me, my mom, my dad, and brother go, it's like over $100.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous, but it's also really good, and I mean it's almost worth it.
The
me-
waitresses are making so much money on those tips.
I know
Oh,
they
yeah.
are.
Yeah.
When the tip's like $20, like $20-$30, like for a tip.
Cheesecake Factory is the place you go when you get a new job and you're like, yes.
Go
And
celebrate.
You spend your whole paycheck and you're like, man, this job just has a paycheck once a month. I'm screwed. That's what Cheesecake Factory is. Just waste your whole paycheck on cheesecake and whatever
I was
store
mad
it is.
that they closed the Ruby Tuesday that was connected to our mall in Vernon Hills.
Those
Ruby
types-
Tuesday was a very underrated place, I felt like.
I never go out to eat. When I do, it's B-dubs. That's it.
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild
Oh,
Wings, that's
true.
it.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I go most of the time, too.
And Chipotle.
Buffalo Wild Wings, Chipotle, Jimmy John's, those are all good.
It's weird. I haven't gone to Chipotle in over like a year. I got to go there soon.
Oh, you got to go back, yeah.
I know. I've been thinking about it. Like, I haven't had. I'm at that point where I want to have White Castle soon. I know it's trashy,
Ah.
but I'm going to have it in portions. I'm not going to be like some people where I get crave cases.
Yeah, we heard a student at our school say he ate that he used to eat a whole crave case, which is like 50
Oh my god.
Instant
Is that right? Is it
diarrhea.
crave case?
30, dude.
Okay, it's 30. Yeah, but that's still ridiculous.
Buying a whole crave case and eating them all is like saying, I want to have
It's like
diarrhea
what concentration
right now.
camp people do when they get out of the concentration camp.
I've been going to Chipotle like over once. I've been going to White Castle over once a week, and I've just been getting like 4 sliders and a medium fry. Like,
Right.
That's not going to kill me.
No, it's just like
I don't
You
think
know?
so.
I don't. That's the number one.
Yeah, White Castle's okay sometimes. A lot of times I get sick of it. It's sort of like me and Taco Bell. Like Taco Bell, I'll have it once in a while, but overall, like every time I think about it, it makes me sick.
I'm really into White Castle. Right
I like
now.
White Castle. I want to get it soon. I'm not the
White Castle's better than a lot of places, but it still doesn't compare to Wendy's or McDonald's in my opinion.
Every time I go to White Castle, I get it in portions. I don't get crave cases. I get like 4 mixed. And then if I'm not hungry,
Who
I'll
buys
save
a
it for
crave
later.
case, eats it by itself? A crave case is for multiple people to share.
No, but it's like even in Harold and Kumar, they have a ton of it. When
Right.
they
Yeah,
get
they're
there.
also on
But
marijuana.
they're also
It's a movie.
stoned.
It's a movie too.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like that's kind of like the thing that goes with White Castle.
Now I
is
kind of want
eating a
White
lot
Castle.
God damn it! I want White Castle.
I had it 3 days ago.
You're lucky.
I know. It's still in me.
Robin Lewis, is it? Have you not gone to the bathroom yet?
Oh gee.
I hold on to it as long as I can.
Yeah, you've been constipated for 4 days.
Robin Lewis says the lessons here can be learned by other malls in other places. Pay attention to a change in America and give your customers something they can't get sitting at their computer. So if some dining malls are going to have a second life, Strassman asked Lewis, what are the keys? Experience, he replied. Entertainment. If we're going to drag them away from their smartphone and shopping on the internet,
Whores.
you've got to give them a reason to spend the time and go make the effort to go out there. And the only way we're going to do that is if there's fun going on and an experience you can't get online.
That's what Vernon Hills Mall's doing. What I told you with Dave and Buster's and AMC.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I guess a lot of people are doing that.
But I feel like this article is 10 years too late. Like online shopping's been around for a minute.
Right.
You know.
Online shopping's been pretty popular since like 2000.
And
you
I
know,
read there's going to be 5 new locations this year of half-price books. So those used places that sell great quality things are up and coming, and they're crushing these outlets that sell full-price things. Call the show and talk about your mall experience and why you don't want it to go away. 847-866-9687. Here is Out of My System with Bow Wow, taking it back to 2008 on the Hoppe and SuperRICH show. BRB.
He was still popular in 2008?
Oh, jeez.
With somebody, all I think about is you. When I'm all alone, that's all I wanna do. Smiling faces in my sidekick. Out of time, visits all the time. It's been together, makes it hard to get you out of my system. And you know what you do to me, You don't even understand.
The Hoppe and SuperRICH Show. Hoppe and SuperRICH. Only on WNUR 89.3 FM.